traders from across the globe. Welcome to my 2728th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Welcome back. We had Easter Sunday and then in Europe, Easter Monday, which explains why the markets were so weird on Monday, right? Europe was closed all day today, Monday, and will be open on Tuesday. Traders, before we get to what's on the board, please know that trading is risky, can cause substantial financial loss, and never ever trade without putting your protective stops in first. Why? Because the protective stop is your best friend in this business, I promise you. All right, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is this. We've got OmniCamp in 26 days from now. It's this month. If you want to come out to OmniCamp, if you want to learn how to get this right, if you want to learn in plain English how to be an ass-kicking analyst that can come up with great trades, the Omni method, Oscar's market navigational indicator, if you want to learn that for yourselves, you have to go to livewithoscar.com, or better than that, just go straight to omnibootcamp.com, fill out your OmniCamp applications, and get ready to come see me at the end of the month. Traders, you sure you don't want to get this right? I'll bet you do. In fact, what'll happen for you if you come out in April will be just like this. Watch these few traders. I'll be right back to you.
This is the only camp or training you should be looking at. There isn't anything that comes close, honestly, and yeah, I will definitely be recommending it to anyone that I believe is serious about their trading, my son being one of them.
Once I saw the system and understood it, it was it changed how I think about trading, and it was intuitive in that sense that it became intuitive and just makes a lot of sense compared to everything else that I'd learned.
Trading for a very long time, very long time. You know, me and my father, when I was young, we talk about the stock market. My father was an analyst. But one thing that we have never been able to do is to tell the future price and what it's going to do, how it's going to do it, when it's going to do it. Not when, but how it's going to do it, how it's going to play out. And I think that's what I learned today, in this camp.
The results that we've had so far have been outstanding. I can't imagine that it's going to get worse. It's only going to improve for us. Again, I have no expectation that everything's going to work out where I'm going to win in all my trades, but will I get most of them? I really feel that way this time, whereas before it was kind of a hit and miss.
So you've seen that, right? I promise you will have the same outcome. Just go to Omni Bootcamp. Do it now. We got time ticking, kids. I got to get ready for you and fill out those applications. All right, so what is on the board for trading April 2nd, 2024? Number one on the board, the E-mini S&P and the Nasdaq on the daily bar charts, they are skirting or challenging, if you will, trend channel support. So what we have, and if you've looked at daily charts yourselves, you'll see them. We have trend channel support. You know, let me do it in black. You'll probably see that better. So let's say you've got a trend channel, and you've got a market that keeps moving up and down that channel. We're sitting right at the bottom of the channel right now in ES and NQ. And when I show you those charts, I'm going to have a question for you in tonight's video. Actually, we've got two questions in tonight's video, but they're both about the charting segment. So you'll have to wait to answer those questions when we get there. But there will be two questions in tonight's video to help us figure out what's coming next. One in Nasdaq. Do we have a bull flag building for the upside, or are we about to see a sell-off? Same thing in Bitcoin. Do we have another bull flag building, or are we about to see a sell-off? Two great questions, but you won't know until you see the chart segment. That's coming your way in just a moment. Number two, the dollar rallying up is putting weight on the euro. I showed you a dollar chart last week and said we're at an apex. If we get above, it's going to put weight on that euro. That's what we're getting. I've got charts to depict that for you. Number three, is Bitcoin pointing again? That's one of the questions, right? Is it a bull flag or a sell-off coming? And we will know in just a moment when I get to the charts. Number four on the board, how is Omni doing for the year? So at the end of each month, I've got 2 separate entities that calculate every Omni trade I've ever broadcasted out to the crowd. They see what those Omni trades should have done, and they calculate separately. Then they come together and see if those figures jive, and if they do, they show them to me. How has Omni done this year so far? January, up $4,157. Now, this is based on any trade I offer, based on 1 lot only. Most people trade more than 1 lot, or based on 100 shares of stock. Every Omni trade we put out, we're calculating just 1 lot, if you're gold, silver, any of that stuff, even the S&P, Nasdaq, and we're only counting 1 lot on any trade and only 100 shares of stock. So we were able to produce $4,157 in profits if you followed our Omni trades in January. In February, we were losers. We lost $3,082, and I'm going to clap for that. You know why? Get that shit out in the early part of the year, man. We don't have losing months. We had one in March. Oh, no, February? We'll take it in February. That gives us some smooth sailing for the rest of the year, right? Then in March, we're up $4,640. Took that bad boy back plus. We're doing well. The Omni has great years every year. 2020 was up 124,000. 2021 it was up 69,000. 2022 up 80,000. 2023 with the least fills Omni's ever had in a year, still up 59,700. This year we're doing well already. You can be part of that. Those are the Omni recommendations. We put out a membership called the Platinum Membership, and I give you recommendations that the Omni gives me, and I tell you about them day and night. Those are the same trades that we were able to produce these figures on, and the figures I just read to you. If you would like to join the Platinum Recommendation Service, it's really simple. Go to livewithoscar.com, upgrade yourselves, and join the real time. Subscribe now, help yourselves out. So, once again, the chart segment. Meaning S&P and Nasdaq are skirting or challenging that. Are we building bull flags, or are we looking to crack this thing and finally have a little bit of a correction? Dollar rallying, is that going to make the euro keep going lower? I think it will. We'll find out. Is Bitcoin pointing? You're going to love that. And you've already seen how the Omni did, so hurry up and join me. And if you want to learn how to create these trades for yourselves, that is OmniCamp, the first thing I told you about. Make sure you take care of yourselves and come out here. Traders, now I want to show you the best part of these videos, my favorite part, the technical analysis, because that is why I'm here. I'm here to teach you how these charts work. I have been teaching this to the world for years and years. I used to send out my trades over fax before there was an internet. Then as soon as the internet came out in '94, I started sending over the internet. Then websites, and the way it is now, I send my analysis to people all over the world. I know it helps them, and I hope it helps you. With no further ado, we're going to go look at the charts now and show you what I see technically for the rest of the week, or at least for trading on Tuesday. Traders, one last thing, you know you can't put emotional decisions into your trading process, right? In other words, we don't look at a chart for an hour and a half, and then when the market opens, go, oh my God, what do I do? Let me just buy now. That's not what we do, right? We come up with a plan. We plan the trade, stop first, then we trade the plan. And that we are masters at livewithoscar.com, and we'd be more than happy to help you. To join me in my live free trading room, there are no credit cards required at all. Just go to livewithoscar.com, fill out the quick application if you don't already have a membership. It's going to send you an email. That email, I promise you, will go to spam. Check in your spam, reply to that email, and you can then find me in the live trading room where I'm on camera and microphone as often as I can be, which is all the time. Make sure you join me. Say this to yourselves when you want to keep your emotions out of trading, and then we'll look at some great charts. Are you with me? You're going to say it with me. You know what it is, right? 1, 2, 3. Stop, sir, in. Emotions are. And now, traders, if you've seen the Metastock, I did a performance a week or so ago at Metastock. If you were there for that live webinar, I just sent you an email today. check your email, check your spam maybe, and come join my site. Those for the traders. Those are for the traders who were at Metastock last weekend. I hope to see you there. Okay, traders, you are looking at the E-mini S&P Daily Bar. And as you can see, we've got a decent channel here, right? And it's been running up in this channel. I mean, just looking out here, you can see we've been going up for a long time now. And we're starting to challenge the bottom of the channel, which would be considered support. That's E-mini S&P. Now you're looking at Nasdaq. Same thing, but it got under the channel just a little bit. And now it's bouncing off bar 1, bar 2, bar 3. 3 bars bouncing off that channel. Question, are we going to crack that channel finally? Let's look at another chart. Same chart, Nasdaq, another version. Here's what I'm seeing. If you look here, Nasdaq went here, made a bull flag, and went higher. I think that is a bull flag, and it just bounced off the line. I think it's a bull flag. I got a question mark, but that's what I think it is. That does not mean it is, right? No one knows for sure till we break out of the bull flag. Then we know it was a bull flag. Otherwise, it could be something else in the end, right? As we know. So, question to you. Is this a bull flag? Or is the trend line failure going to happen and the market going to break down? Please answer right now. Leave your comments below. A, bull flag. B, trend line failure coming. That's in Nasdaq. Let's see what you think, and we'll take a look at the tally for tomorrow. Then we've got another chart to show you, and that chart is the dollar index. Remember this chart when we were just here? We only had one line above that, and I said, okay, now we're getting somewhere, kids. In fact, if you remember, I did a quick lesson, and I said a bear flag is generally a quick drop leading into a consolidation, back to another quick drop, which led to another flag because it was a quick drop consolidation and led to another drop. These were bear flags. I did the whole dissertation for you. Then I said, now we're moving forward, and this is what we have. And it just got above, and if it continues to get above, the euro will feel pressure. That's the dollar index. Here's your euro. Just as we suspected, that as the analysis told us, once we failed the average especially, look at the damage that's starting to take place. Euro looks like it wants to go even further. I'm assuming this stops under here. Kids, I bet you the euro goes to take those stops out. So watch your euro. And then we've got corn. Now this is an interesting trade. I think this is something that you can get short and you can wait for it to get all the way down here somewhere. Corn has had trouble anytime it's gotten near this trend channel, as well as this average. Look at how well this average has kept corn in check. Here, everywhere it gets near corn, something happens, right? Keeps it in check, finally gets above, keeps it in check all the way across here. The average keeps it underneath, and now it's keeping it in check right there. I say we continue what we're doing and head back down. We're probably going to end up short corn, but we're going to hold for some time. This is not a day trade. And of course, we have a stop in. If it goes the wrong way, we're knocked out, and it does not matter. But we expect it to go lower, and we're probably going to get short and hold that trade for a few days, if not longer. And then there's Bitcoin. Bitcoin fans, take a look at this. Second question of the video. I want you to answer that question after I show you this chart. Bitcoin has given us fantastic signals. Nice bull flag. Touches the average, boom, big signal. Nice bull flag, touches the average, boom, signal. Signal into a pennant flag, comes down, touches the average, boom, we get a signal. Then we went on the sidelines for a while because it did this. But now we're back above that average. It got below, and now we're back above it. So here's my question to you. You think that's a bull flag? I think that it's building a bull flag right there. And if it is, just like the E-mini S&P Nasdaq, especially Nasdaq, if that's a bull flag, we should end up going higher. So second question in this video, please answer right now. Leave your comments below. Is this a bull flag, or is the trend line failure going to happen and the market going to break down? Please answer that. It's either a bull flag or a sell-off coming our way. We've had two questions in tonight's video. One was Bitcoin. The other, of course, was the Nasdaq. Make sure you answered them both. We'll tally it up, and I'll speak to you tomorrow night about our answers. Good luck trading out there. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.